It's the man YSN, and you're listening to YSN Radio. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all rocking with the man YSN, and you're tuning into the episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South, man. We are back again for another solo episode, man. It's actually finna be a jam-packed week. I know I missed last week. I know. But it was a very busy week last week, man. And so, finally got some time to breathe, if you want to call it that, this week, man. After a very eventful weekend, brother. Bonnaroo was Saturday. I did get a day pass to kick it with my man Victor at Bonnaroo for the second year in a row. What a fantastic night, man. What a fantastic night at Bonnaroo. If you've never been to Bonnaroo, you need to go. They got really something for everybody, man. When I went Saturday, who do we see? Cage the Elephant, Melanie Martinez. I never heard or seen her before, but she had a fantastic show. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, got to see Californication live. Diplo closed out the evening, man. It was a really dope time. Really dope time. So shout out to Bonnaroo for putting on a fantastic show. Father's Day weekend was also this weekend. Probably one of the least important holidays. I'm just playing. But this would be my third Father's Day. And it was great. Me and my daughter went to church with my dad, brunch and everything, visited my grandma. Very wholesome activities. But overall, Father's Day really is just an exaggerated Sunday. It's just an exaggerated Sunday. Maybe, I got a couple cards and my mom got me a really nice gift, man. But, Mother's Day, everyone goes all out for Mother's Day, man. Flowers, cards, candy, trips, the whole 9 yards. Father's Day, you get a nice dinner, man. But it's all good, man. I did have a fantastic day on Sunday, man, kicking it with the family, going back home, man. But, what else happened over the weekend, man? Oh, I got this really cool hat over the weekend from a local artist. Shout out to Ash the artist. She hooked me up with this hat. Guided, protected, and supported. She's got those on her Instagram. She's selling those right now. I'll put her Instagram on the screen. But really dope hat, trucker hat vibes with the suede bill. A suede bill, man. Very dope. Quality is all there. I'm gonna have that sitting right there, man, because it'll look crazy over my headphones. But yeah, man, make sure you tap in with Ash and cop a hat from her. Dope. Very dope piece. I will be wearing it Friday. I gotta do I'll be DJing Go Skate Day. It's a skate competition at Concord Park here in Knoxville, man. I did the one last year and it was super cool. I've always been into skateboarding, skateboard culture, even though I can't really skate myself. I always thought it was really dope, man. So glad to be invited out to supply the tunes second year in a row, man. Go Skate Day. It's gonna be Friday at Concord Park. You should check it out. I will be dropping this episode on Thursday. So, timeliness. If you are watching this on Thursday, make sure you pop out to Go Skate Day on Friday night. It's going to be a good one, man. Let's jump straight into the meat and potatoes, man. It's been a crazy week in hip-hop, bro. A crazy week in hip-hop since we last talked, man. Some sad news. Hate to start off on the sad note, man, but 1017 has been has been going through it these past year and a half, 2 years, man. Last week, Enchanting, an artist from New 1017, Enchanting, passed away, unfortunately, man. Prayers up to her and her family. She did pass away last week. I don't think the exact cause of death has been reported. People are saying overdose, but I haven't seen anything that confirmed that. But it is super sad. I've always been a really good fan of her music. I know on the last episode I was talking about Anicia's album and the way she raps and that raspy whisper, and I realized Enchanting was the one. She did that first, man. She has a song with Hit Kid called Karma that really jams, man. I played that in a couple DJ sets in the club, that record, man. So super sad to hear that news, man, because she was super talented, man. But another thing that really came, a conversation that started after the news had broke, man, is is new 1017 cursed? It might just be cursed, man. I don't know. I don't want to, I don't want to just say this is all Gucci Mane's fault, because it's not. He can't control the actions or, other people's lives, of course, man. But I just find it just crazy, man. Almost everyone on his roster has met some sort of unfortunate demise, man. Let's see. It's a tweet that broke it all down. Pooh Shiesty, currently in prison, serving 8 years. Fujiano is also in prison, serving 5 years. Hot Boy West, serving 15 years in prison. Big Scar passed away, rest in peace. Enchanting just passed away, rest in peace. K Sade dropped. Roe Boy dropped. Hood Rich Pablo Juan, I didn't know he was signing new 17, but 1017, but he's facing RICO charges, man. So I'm not saying this is all directly Gucci Mane's fault. I feel like Gucci Mane, he's the one of the founding fathers of trap music. You feel me? He grew up in a very rough environment and got it out the mud. And I feel like he was using his record label to give people who came from the same background as him a platform to escape the same troubles that he escaped from. But unfortunately, man, they fell victim to those same circumstances that they were trying to escape, that he was trying to help them escape. So I think it's very unfair for the people who are blaming Gucci Mane for the demise of his artist, but it is a very unfortunate coincidence that a good number of the artists that these new artists that he signed to 1017 have met the fate that they have, man. It's just crazy to see, because they were all talented. I was super big fan of Fujiano, so when I found out he was getting locked up, I was extremely sad about that. Big Scar, before he had passed away, I was working on getting him booked out here in Knoxville, and then he dies. It was the craziest shit ever, man. So it's like he had a great eye for talent, man, but the streets and their deep, it's just crazy. They just the constant, just the fates that they've met. So prayers up to Enchanting and her family, condolences to them, and prayers over the entire 1017 label. I know for a fact this is definitely a very hard time for them. So, I just feel like I just think it's unfair to blame it all on Gucci Mane. He can't control these people, bro. But it's just unfortunate, man. It's just unfortunate, man. So, moving on. What else happened this week, man? I don't know. Let me take a sip of my water real quick, because this next topic I want to talk about, man. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you've seen on TikTok, it's this white lady who went extremely viral on TikTok last week. She was saying that a lot of her friends, verbatim, a white lady, mind, she said a lot of her friends are married to broke ass niggas. The rest of the video, the dialogue video, is very unimportant, but really she said her friends are married to broke ass niggas, and this is like a very pitch white lady. I'm talking like the wall white, like she's white as fuck, and just outright said, my friends are all married to broke ass niggas, and then stood on business, stood on it, did not give a single fuck. Like she came out and was like, I know a lot of people are, I feel like I see that I've upset a certain community with some comments I made, and I'm here to tell you that I don't care. Stood on it. Stood on it. And then in pure fashion of the internet, of course, rage baited all types of think pieces, stitches on TikTok, and responding to the video, talking about just how crazy it was for this white lady to be saying the N-word. And of course, gets her fired from her job, which is crazy because the statement that her job had released that the company that she worked for is owned by black people, 2 black women. That was crazy. And then she gets fired from her job. Not even 2 to 3 days later, she's got a job on InfoWars. And you know what she said to that? Thank you to the black community. Thank you to the black community for getting me fired so I can get a job in conservative media. She said her dream. Call black people puppets. And she does have a point. I'm just gonna say it. She has a point. Black people have a very interesting way of hating people into millions of dollars. We can hate a motherfucker into world-renowned fame if we really wanted to. We've done it time and time again. There's people out here who are super talented, super smart, get no love or recognition, but let somebody come on the internet and say something we don't like or don't agree with, we're gonna get them boosted right into the mainstream by typing out 5-paragraph think pieces on Twitter, making 5-10 minute long video essays on YouTube and TikTok talking about how problematic and wrong the statement is. And that's not going to do anything but drive more eyes and attention to the offender. Whether you disagree, the people who disagree are going to go and watch the video themselves just so they can get mad and repeat the cycle. And it's going to get people who do agree with the person to go to their page, follow them, because they want to see what else they got to say. All in all, the only winner in this equation is the offender, and in this case, it's the white lady. It's the white lady. She got fired just to get a better job with other races. And we have nobody to thank but Negroes, man. It's an uncomfortable truth, but it's the truth nonetheless, man. It's happened time and time again, man. You get on the internet, you say a very controversial statement, people hate on you, all the think pieces, all the hate comes in, then you get a brand deal. You know why? Because the brands are going to throw money to wherever the eyes are. It's all about attention. Whoever's getting the most attention is going to get some money sooner or later. The more attention you pay to it, the more money they're going to get, man. So you think by now we would have learned. You think we would have learned by now. But no. So I don't follow the white lady. I don't even know her name. I just been referring to her as the white lady or the N-word lady. But one thing I want to be hated into a brand deal, you know. But I'm a weenie, bro. I'm quite a weenie. I have a lot of very polarizing, controversial opinions that I probably won't say on camera, even though this is my platform. I still got bills I gotta pay, man. I'm not trying to be the forefront of some controversial movement, you know. So I guess I am a wimp in that manner. But it would be nice to be hated into a brand deal or something. You know, most niggas gotta like come up with a dance. Or, I don't know. I feel like being hated on is one of the best ways to get on in today's world. People definitely love hating people into fame, man. It happens all the time. Especially in the white lady's case. If you look good and hate black people, there's a job in conservative media waiting for you. They got your name on a chair. Somewhere in some conservative news media platform. If you look good, and yeah, they got some paper for you, man. They got some paper for you, man. Speaking of hating people into a brand deal, Morgan Wallen was on the new Moneybagg Yo album. Moving into an album review, man. Moneybagg Yo just dropped his new album over the weekend, man, called Speak Now. I don't know if you've heard it. Definitely go check it out. I'm a huge fan of Moneybagg Yo, by the way, man. And this album was banging. Trying to Make Sure, that was, I think, one of the first singles that came out off the album. A fucking banger, bro. Blessing with Rob 49, they also came out a few months ago. That's a hit, bro. One of my favorite songs off there is Rich Viking. That shit goes crazy, man. And he even has a feature from Morgan Wallen on this album, on the song Whiskey Whiskey. And I don't know if you've heard this song Whiskey Whiskey, man, but it's a hit. I can't even lie to you, bro. Morgan Wallen is on there rapping, which is crazy because he's one of the biggest country singers in the game right now. He partners up with Moneybagg Yo, one of the biggest trap rappers out of Memphis, man. And yeah, they're talking about whiskey on the song, and it's a hit, man. I'm a big fan of that song. Now, here's what's crazy to me, man. Drawing back onto what I said earlier about people hating, white people getting hated into superstardom. Am I the only person who forgot that Morgan Wallen called somebody a nigga on camera like 4 or 5 years ago? Yeah, am I the only person who remembers that video that came out? He called somebody a nigga, and then a big uproar happened online. Of course, black people made him the face of racism and country music, like country racism and country. And then white people, of course, took Morgan Wallen's side, and he became kind of like a symbol of racism. And it's like, oh, if you support Morgan Wallen, then you're racist. Am I the only person who remembers that entire dialogue that happened a couple years ago? And then everybody forgot about it, and now he's doing rap songs for Lil Durk and Moneybagg Yo. Oh no, man! Like the song is nice. Don't get me wrong. I fucks with the song. The record is hot, man. But like the entire time I'm listening to it, I'm like, did he just call somebody a nigga on camera not too long ago, bro? Like, and everybody just forgot. Nobody talks about that anymore, man. I just find it interesting, bro. But hey, he's hot right now. He's hot right now. So I wonder if the rappers, if is that like they just swept it under the rug because he's hot, and because they can make money with him, they'll do some music with him because he is hot right now, or are they just collecting the bag? I don't know. I really would like to know, because I just found that interesting. Morgan Wallen on a Moneybagg Yo record rapping. That shit was hard though, man. That shit was hard, bro. This weekend, I was talking about that this weekend at the Blavity house party, man. First of all, going back to this weekend, shout out to my man Eli Cox once again coming through with some more free concert tickets. I know I spoke about him a couple episodes ago. He invited me to the Gunna show with him. But this past weekend in Nashville, there is a 2-day festival called the Blavity House Party, if I'm not mistaken. It was supposed to feature Lil Wayne, Monica, Blast, Drew Hill, Leon Thomas, and a plethora of other artists, man. So I was DJing here in Knoxville Friday. I was already planning on going to Nashville that weekend, but Eli had texted me. He's like, hey man, I got an extra ticket to the Blavity event. Lil Wayne's supposed to be performing tonight. Do you want to pull up? Hell yeah, I want to pull up, man. So boom, drive to Nashville, go straight to the arena. Lo and behold, free ticket, get in. And somehow I was able to get an all access pass. He talked to somebody and they gave me an all access pass. So I'm just moseying my way all through VIP backstage. Just acting like I'm supposed to be there, man. And it was a good show when I got there. Blast was on stage. He put on a fantastic performance. I don't know if you're hip to Blast or not, man, but he's super talented. Lil Wayne did not show up though. I was super excited about seeing Lil Wayne, man, but for some reason he didn't show up. But Starlito did, however, close the show out. Starlito is a Nashville legend for those who may not know, and I got to chop it up with him for a little bit after the show and get a picture with him. Pretty happy about that. Another interesting thing that happened at the Blavity house party is, so like I was saying, I had the all access pass, and so I made my way backstage just being nosy. You feel me? I mean, I got this all access pass. I might as well use it. Mosey backstage. I was standing next to Leon Thomas and had no idea. Like, dead ass. I'm standing right next to this nigga. He had like a bunch of girls with him. And I'm thinking, I know why. I just didn't know. And so we're just standing there backstage vibing, because they had like a screen back there where you could watch the show from the back. Standing right next to the nigga, had no idea until I left and saw they had like posts on my Instagram like, Leon Thomas killed the stage. I'm like, god damn. I was just standing next to him. That was crazy. But ran into a few people that I knew at the show, man. Lotus Music. Soon as I walked up to the arena, Lotus Music was out there passing out flyers, because him and Double Solid got Anicia coming to Nashville next week, man. Another Anicia plug. And shout out to Lotus Music and Double Solid Entertainment, man. Every time I go home, man, they're out just really anywhere. Anytime I look on Instagram or go back home, they're out pushing, man. So shout out to Lotus Music and Double Solid for being out there putting in that work outside the arena, man. And so I ran into them as soon as I pulled up. When I got backstage, ran into 2 Live Bree. If you've been tapped in with YSN from the very beginning, me and Bree had a song together ages and ages ago. But he's always been a super cool dude, and running into him over the weekend, man, was nonetheless, man, super positive guy. Glad to see he's doing well, man, and it was good running into him. But one thing was like funny, man. So As I'm moseying my way backstage, I see a sign that says press room. I guess I'm kind of pressed, even though in that particular moment I was walking around backstage being nosy. So I walk in and literally everyone looks at me and is like, who the fuck is you? But it ended up being like a couple people I knew in there, like my man Brooklyn and Naturally Nash. They was in there showing me mad love, man. It was actually my first time meeting Nash, and super nice lady. Brooklyn, super cool guy as well. They got really dope content of the event that weekend as well. So make sure you go tap in with them and their respective pages. I'll put it on the screen. So Brooklyn and Naturally Nesh, they both got some really good content and interviews, not even just of the concert this weekend, just in general. They do a lot of stuff in Nashville and all over, man. So it's good to see other media personalities hustling and on the grind. Even though I had no business being there, I just got a free ticket, man. It was good to see them out there making it happen, man. So shout out to them for doing their thing and just showing me love over the weekend. And again, shout out to Eli for hooking me up with the tickets once again, coming in super clutch. If you need some pictures taken, make sure you tap in with Eli Cox photography. It's gonna be dope quality, man. So really short episode today is really all I had to talk about. Make sure you on the lookout. I just did, before I started recording this episode, I just knocked out a really great interview with Rob Terrell. He's the CEO and founder of Rockstone Road. He's got this really dope book coming out, Pajama Money, the secrets. Let me pull up the actual name so I don't get it wrong. Pajama Money, Secrets of the Side Hustle Society, man. He dropped some major gems in that interview, man. And I mean actual motivational gems in that interview. So that's going to be dropping on Sunday, the 23rd. So please make sure you tune into that one with your notepad and pen ready, because he dropped some gems in that. Definitely want to get that game from him coming in. That interview is dropping on Sunday, of course, man. But I'm going to end on that note. Like I said, man, every week, I know I missed last week. It was super busy, but next week, man, back on schedule, pumping these out. I got a lot of dope interviews lined up, man, coming in the next couple weeks as well. Lady O out of St. Louis, MDG, Roadrunner TB, a whole bunch of artists, man, independent artists gonna be seen on the show, man, along with these solo episodes. I might even get a guest in with me on these as well, man. But please keep in tune to the podcast, man. Appreciate everybody for all the love and support that you've been showing the show, man, especially with this new wave of episodes I've been dropping, man. All the love has been amazing. I really do appreciate it, man. If you made it this far, thank you so much for keeping up with us, man. Make sure you tap in with all the other episodes, man. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, anywhere you get your podcast from. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and smash the notification bell so you get all reminders anytime I drop a new episode. You'll get to know first, man. Check out the website ysnradio.com and follow us on Instagram at ysnradio1. Until next time, same place. It's the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio. Let's go.